Good morning and welcome back to Life with Sherry Berry. I am, if you cannot tell, I'm actually at the airport. The adventures this week will take me to Chicago. So if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're family, then what's up? We're back again. Not trying to be really loud, but work is taking me to Chicago this week, so we have a conference there. So I'm excited about the opportunity to go somewhere different. Well, I've been to Chicago before, but to go for work and different things like that, to view it from another lens. I probably traveled to Chicago maybe about 7 years ago, and that was during an entrepreneurship venture I was taking with the company I was with at the time. They had their convention, so I went to Chicago for that. But I'm excited. I got some family and friends in Chicago, so hopefully while I'm there I'll be able to see them. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful week. I'm looking forward to it. I've traveled before by air. This is not my first plane ride, but this is probably my first time where I'm really like alone. Though I have a coworker that's going to be on this same flight. We haven't even talked. She probably doesn't even realize I'm on this flight. There's a bird over here, guys. Oh, let me show you. Can you see it? Oh, wait. Okay, it went back, but there was a bird. There's a bird in here. There's a bird at the gate. Anywho, she probably doesn't even realize I'm on this flight with her. So I don't even know if that means we're gonna end up doing stuff together or what, but she's on the flight, and then we'll just kind of see. But this is kind of my first for real solo trip on, by plane, where I really kind of got an adult, right? So it's sure to be an adventure, so just stay tuned. So hey everybody, I have made it safely to Chicago. Currently back in the room. I did venture out when I got here. I arrived at about 11, it was maybe about 10 to 12. By the time we got over here, it was almost 1 o'clock. Me and my coworker, not the one I was expecting, but another one, came over here together, took an Uber. And I ventured out because I really needed something to eat. So I went to this place called La Cantina Grill, Mexican. So very good. Had some steak fajitas, seasoned very, very well, if I might say. Now I'm just kind of back in the room chilling. I did stop by one of those corner markets because I have to have some type of food or snack in my room. And I needed water at least, if nothing else. So I ventured to a corner market or whatever and got like a case of water. And there's a Chicago water tax. Did you know that? The case itself, first off, the case of water was $8.99. And I saw $1.20 water tax. I got some baked ruffles, a couple bananas, an orange, an apple, and because every now and then you need a little sweet treat in your life. Got some Haribo gummies. But it's pretty much probably going to be chill mode for the remainder of the evening for me. Kind of tired. I may venture down later on to get a workout in. I've done 23 minutes because I walked when I went to that restaurant. So that could look like something in here, but I may venture to the gym downstairs, and then I can get the rest of the time in. So it's kind of chill mode, but I made it. Got a little view. It's another building, but a view all the same. So let's get this party started. Chicago, I've already made contact with my peeps that are here. So that may look like going out, venturing, and, later on this week. Probably won't be tonight though, of course, but that's totally fine. I need tonight to settle and do all that other stuff. So I gotta like unpack and do some stuff. I'll be good. All right. Good morning. So I just got back from the gym, the health club. It's actually one of the best I've ever seen. They got some Peloton bikes in there, so I may do that tomorrow because I've never actually done a ride, even though I have the Peloton app. So that was really cool. I got up about 5:30. I kept my regular alarm that I would when I'm at home, so it went off at 5. I kind of lounged around a little bit. And then went ahead and got up. So just finished. I did a 30-minute R&B walk with Kirsten, and then I did a 10-minute arms and weights with Tunde, which don't take those light weights. They're serious, okay? I used like 2.5 pounds, and my goodness, okay. So last night, let's just say I was dead to the world. Got back, put some little stuff up and did that, and then next thing I know, I was gone. I fell asleep, woke up, it was about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Honestly, looked at my phone, went back to sleep. I ended up getting up maybe around 11 or so to ultimately unpack my suitcase. So I've unpacked my suitcase, I've hung up my dresses and my pants and stuff, and put some stuff in the drawers so I won't feel like I'm living out of the suitcase for the entire week. I've learned and discovered that that's the best way to do it. When you go out of town, unless it's like overnight. Well, and honestly, even when it's overnight, I started unpacking a bag. It helps me not feel it helps me really settle in. That's probably what I want to say. It helps me settle into like, whoo, this is where I'm going to be, kind of, it gives me a sense of home, because stuff is where I want it to be. Stuff is where I need it to be. So I like doing that. You may want to try it. Like I find it frees me. It's not as hectic or chaotic when I can, when I can just unpack, put things up where they belong, and so on. So that may be something you want to try the next time you travel. Take your things out of the suitcase, set up the counter, with your stuff and your toiletries, and just really kind of settle in. I think it makes for a better rest. At least it does for me. The conference officially starts today, but it's so like up in the air. I guess I'm not really getting any clear directives on what I have to attend. So I'll play it by ear. I know the opening is not until like 4:15. So, if that's the case, then it's going to be chill mode. I may do some walking around again, so on, or something like that. But that's this morning. So I've worked out again. I'm going to just kind of chill out. I'm going to get a shower and then probably go on downstairs for breakfast, and all that. So, of course, I'll take you along with me, so stay tuned.
And heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing arise, high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has taught us. Sing a...
What's up, y'all? So the conference officially kicked off tonight. This afternoon rather, at like 4:15, I think. It started. It was really good opening. Talked about upward mobility and how colleges can impact that for students. But it was talking about upward mobility for low income students. So most low income students have are less likely to gain the upward mobility that their parents had if they go to college in a particular poverty level. Anyway, I'm not explaining all that right. But it was good. I took notes. Then we got to hear from two students. They do this thing called Dream Scholars, which is for students who have overcome adversities and different things like that. And it's a leadership program ultimately for them. So we got to hear from two of them tonight and hear their story, which is just, powerful. So that was over at like 6 o'clock. Then after that was a reception. And that's where the story gets interesting. So pretty much I haven't even done much today. Apparently my body needed to rest because got up, of course, went to the gym, did all that good stuff, came back pretty much and went to sleep. Of course, had breakfast, went over to register, get my name badge and all that stuff. So went over there and got all this. And then there was really nothing else to do until it opened officially this afternoon. So I just kind of came back over to the room, piddled a little bit, didn't do much. After the opening though was a reception. It's a standing, one of those standing receptions. They got multiple areas, with all your Chicago favorites. Deep dish pizza. There was some Chinese food. There were some tacos. There were hot dogs. All those great things. I even picked up. It was a cheesecake, I think. Now that thing was good. But the lines, because there are a lot of people. The lines were long. I needed to use the restroom because, I drank all this water before I even start to get in the line. So I was in the line, waiting. Finally got to the area where it was time for me to get my food. Had these nice little skewer things with some meat on it. That was good. It was the Asian station. So the Chinese food area I had a like a little Chinese box that had like not an egg roll. It was like a sushi roll and something else in it. Right next door to it was the deep dish pizza. So I got the pizza. I was eating the pizza, moving along. Went to a taco spot. Got a couple of them. I was like, okay, I'm going to be able to eat over here. Well, not so. Got ready to get something to drink. Looked at all the other stations. They had like Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. I'm not really a Pepsi person. I saw somebody had a Sprite, and that's what I really wanted. But I did not end up with a Sprite. I ended up with whatever brand this is. So this Starry. Never heard of it in my life. Must be a Chicago thing. Well, I really needed to let me burp, so praise God for that. Well, got the drink, and then boom. So picking up where the story left off, my phone did something kooky, and I just decided to go ahead and finish eating my dinner, and then, as you can see, I have on my night clothes. And I'm already tucked and wrapped in the bonnet, and it is what it is, okay? And I don't feel bad about it. But my pizza fell. My pizza ended up falling. My lettuce wrap with chicken ended up falling. I set my plate on the edge of something to pick it up, and when I turned around, one of the server people had taken my plate. So after that, I was left with only the soda. And at that point, I was over it. I was like, you know what? While this is free, this is really not convenient for me, and this is not going to work. So I left, came on back over to the hotel, went to one of the restaurants downstairs and got the herb roasted turkey. Oh my God. See? Why am I yawning? It ain't but 8:37, so it's really not even late. But got the herb roasted turkey and avocado club with fries, which was actually really, really good. I only ate half the club. I did eat all the fries, but I only ate half the club. I got to my body. I can tell, you can just tell when you're not on your general eating regimen. It is so hard to stay the course when you're at a hotel and, you don't have, I have a refrigerator, but like you don't have a microwave or, those types of things. In the grocery store is not like right around the corner or anything like that. I can tell that my gut is not really happy with me right now. And that might be TMI, but just to give y'all the real. So I've definitely been chugging my water. I've only had water with the exception of the Sprite that I just had, which, well, there wasn't a Sprite, the Starry that I just had. But I really did need that because that kind of induced a burp. But the whatever I do the rest of the night will probably just be chilling, and I'm probably writing my journal or whatever. I got some things on my brain that I just need to get out. But other than that, it's been a great first day. I did meet up with the rest of my coworkers that are here and saw two former coworkers, so it was nice running into them. So I think it's gonna be good. Tomorrow starts really early. Tomorrow I think it starts at like 7:30 or 7:15. So that means either way, I'm gonna have to go on and get sleep anyway, because I do want to get my workout in. I don't want to neglect that. So that means I might be moving about a little sooner than usual to make sure I give myself time so that I'm not like rushing. But anywho, that's all for tonight. So it's like 4:34 according to the clock over there. I got down here a little bit before 4 o'clock. Really couldn't sleep, so had the opportunity to go ahead and get a workout in, so I took advantage of that. I'm the only one in here right now, so you can get a good glimpse of the space. I actually did my first Peloton ride today. It was actually pretty cool with Alex. So I am heading now back to my room. Talk to you then.
First failed economy this side of the Atlantic. Taught the whole world how to loot themselves properly. Now you're screaming you're welcome because you owning all the property. Between my right canine and a never-ending modesty. Just because every few decades you acknowledge me, nah. I'm a Cedric Ave prodigy, Bronx-bred alchemy. Bomba and hip-hop can't pull one genre out of me. I'm honestly so tired of your money-making policies. We got advertising. Abuelas screaming from the balconies. We got a fan base. Ain't you heard of the last colonies? This is spreads like bochinche from the Cross Bronx to the West Coast. Got the viejo saying, nene, ¿qué es esto? ¿Ah? Le dijiste el mister, no tiene hip hop en la isla, pero tiene revolución en la glita. But all y'all wanna hear is hip hop is lit like my borough wasn't the first lighter. The Bronx been burning and you're all prone to Alzheimer's. Took a damn Netflix show to prove my borough hasn't had writers. Since every day we're working to bring ourselves to the next pyre. When Robert Moses was coming down to burn us to a pyre. Between rubble and ash, and here comes a gentrifier, but ain't nobody ever came to our aid, you all liars. Since day one, I heard spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. But my borough seen nothing from a Brooklyn day or a Compton play to the spread of LA. And what you gotta say, you paid homage to your viejos like yesterday, but forgot where your damn granddaddy stayed. I heard he gives up Benishoners, grew up in Ponce. Moved here with a dream, 2 kids and a baby. On the block wins dominos like all day, but his kids, they connect the sounds. Tataré, huracán, yokahu, africa, y ashe. Starts writing and rhyming, screaming, yo tengo hambre. Y no me importa su barrio a su boca, escúchame, yo come rappers en todos los idiomas, but I don't rap in Spanish. I just rap savage. From the days of the Black Spades, the Zulu Nation status. My borough gave you everything and still don't have advantages, and still struggle for passages, and still kill ourselves just to find out where the balance is. And that's when my father yells that he ain't never coming back. And he ain't never come back. But I will be back. Say, I will be back. Say, I will be back. Thank you so much.
What's up? So it's the last like full day of the conference, or the convening for the DREAM conference. And I'm just trying to really make sure at this point that I can get home. It's been good. I've enjoyed my time here. The room is wonderful. I got to connect last night with some of my peeps. So I got to see my cousin and a really good childhood friend and her husband and baby. So we had a really good time, just kind of getting together and, you know, all that stuff. So I got up this morning. I laid around till about 5:30. I have to go ahead and head over. They're calling for snow today. So and I'm in Chicago. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot, and I don't think it's going to stick. And I'm hoping that it does not impact my flight, because I'm going to tell you, by tomorrow, sister girl going to be ready to get back to North Carolina. Back to my bed, back to my house with my peeps. Not that I haven't enjoyed this time away, but you know, when you've been gone for a week, it's like, okay, now I'm over it. So the conference has been really good. Yesterday was the first kind of full day of trainings and different things like that. So today is another full day, but I'm excited. It's, you know, I'm learning a lot. I'm getting some good ideas that I'm excited to share with my coworkers and such. So we shall see what else today brings. I have a 7:15 meeting this morning. Time is about it's 6:51 right now. So probably in the next few minutes, I am going to walk on over and maybe we'll see some snow today. So I do like seeing snow, but it's different when you're seeing it away from home. So far so good. I did not work out this morning. I was just kind of tired. When I got back, I didn't do anything, which I worked out yesterday morning, so that's not the problem. So it's like, well, since I didn't do it this morning, at some point today, I got to get my workout in. Even if it's just, you know, 30 minutes of walking or something, I got to get it in. I got to close my ring, my exercise ring. So I'm expecting today to be a good day. When I get back this evening, I'll have to pack and, you know, do all those things and prepare myself for tomorrow. But let's do it. Well, we've made it to the last day of the conference. I have to be over there at like 7:15, so I gotta walk out of here in just a few minutes. But if you, let's see, let me let you look outside. It is snowing. Looks like it's actually still snowing. That sort of presents a problem because I'm really just trying to go home today. Now, the difference between North Carolina and Chicago is that, which I mean, ideally there wasn't much accumulation, but if you look down there, people are still driving. There's a car right there. People are still driving. The roads were covered. It was starting to accumulate on the roads last night, but I guess that's really where they're different from North Carolina. Clearly, I mean, you know, they're a big city. So somebody obviously came through and and took the stuff away, because last night it was accumulated. But I'm just hoping I can get home. But again, got a 7:15, so in a few minutes I'll just walk over to the conference room, or the area that we've been having the convening, and then my flight doesn't leave till later on this evening. So I'm really just praying I can get out of here. I need to be home. Well, and I just don't want to get stuck up here. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to get stuck. I need to get home. It's time. It's been good up here, but it's time to get home. So last night went to Chinatown with a coworker and one of her friends. It was really cool. We didn't do a lot of walking around, which is what we probably would have done had it not been snowing. So we went to, what was it called? Ming Chen or whatever. It was in Chinatown. Well, I would just say it was really good, honestly. It really was good Chinese food. Then I came back, got a workout in, because I was committed to getting it done. I got up this morning about 4:30. I've completed my workout for this morning. I did a 20-minute bike ride and a 10-minute stretch and a 10-minute legs and glutes strength exercise. And then came up here and got myself together. So as you can see, bags are packed. Have not closed it up yet. But I'm just positioning everything, because once we get back, even though it's going to be early, but given the weather, me and my coworker, we're just going to go ahead and head to the airport, because we just don't want any chances. I've already checked in. My flight is still on time. So with the help of the Lord, I'm going to get up out of here and I'll be home tonight. So we'll see.
It's over for college. She said, what? I said, I'm 37 years old. I tested in remedial. I'm in class with people way younger than me. Like, it's over. I just work my little job, get a job in a rehab, and that's it. Let me tell you what I've learned about relationships. Healthy people are not attracted to unhealthy people. How do I know that? Because this woman right here, she doesn't get the glory, but best believe she's the engine about what makes the story go. So, she said, Freddie, go to class. Fast. So I learned, I went to class. So I go to class. English 025, Jamie Kelly. Bless her soul. She said, class, your first paper is going to be called identity. And I'm not grading this based on grammar. I'm grading it based on content. She didn't give a 30-page syllabus. She didn't have all these theoretical stuff. She didn't do all that. She said, listen, and to you educators, listen to what I'm telling you. Let this be a tutorial on how to get your students to care. She simply said, tell me who you are. She simply said, I'm not worried about the grammar and the commas and the citations. I first want to know who you are, then we'll get to that.
So enjoy a few of these pictures while I tell you the rest of the story. We arrived to the airport at about 2 o'clock, and we found that our plane was moved to a different gate. We ended up not ultimately leaving for what was originally a 7:35 flight till like 8:30. I finally ended up making it back home around 11:30. Then I had about a 45-minute drive to the house, and I got home around 1 o'clock. To then find out on Sunday that I had COVID. So thanks, Chicago. It was great. See you next time.